I forgot we had to boost this up. I really don't like these wires. Okay. Make sure sound is good. We'll give it a minute and see who all hops on. We'll give it a minute and let me tweet out and stuff. Make an Insta story. Okay. Hey, you guys, if you don't want to miss the live, we are already live action on YouTube. If you do not, but if you do not want to miss that live, be sure that you come on over and join us. We are live right now. I went live a little bit early. So join us. Come on over. Say hello. Join the party. The link will be on the screen right now. You guys, if you don't want to miss the live. Hey guys, say hi. I'm sharing out the link to the live so that everybody can hop on and join us tonight. If you are a moderator, especially let me know when you're on. We're just giving it a minute because I just tweeted it out and shared it all over the place. Hello, Marina. Hi, guys. Welcome to Saturday Night Live, episode 1. So last Saturday, we missed the live because your girl was sick. So we're here. We're here this Saturday. I literally ate dinner and came right on live with you guys because me and Chris have to get up kind of early, not super early, but kind of early tomorrow to go buy a new mattress. Yay! So yeah, we are going to do that. So let's hang out. Let's have some fun tonight. Last night, by the way, I wanted to mention this because a lot of you guys were like, what happened? We were live and then you just disappeared. My laptop died. So I don't really want to spend a whole hell of a lot of time waiting on people because we did that last night and my laptop died before I could get out everything that I wanted to. So welcome. If this is your first live on Saturday night, we're going to do skincare. And we're just going to chat. Last night we had a very interesting conversation about all of the sicko influencers that are just seeming like they're getting a pass on social media. Like they're doing these incredibly sick things. And it's just like, oh, well, that's just James for you. Allegedly. We'll say allegedly just because I'm not trying to be sued. Anyways, this is the Found Beauty Amazonian clay red clay mask thing. I love it. It's one of those viral TikTok things, which I hate that because obviously it's out of stock and you can't get it anywhere, which is a bummer. So I hate even talking about those things. Krista, hello, you guys. welcome. We now have a moderator in the chat. Amazing. But tonight, I wanted to talk about something else. Okay, so this week I have had a really interesting experience. Obviously, you guys will be getting a story time about it because it's turned into a whole other situation that it didn't have to. Like, we didn't have to be here, but here we are. And for me, I am the type of, I'm not an influencer. I guess I am. I mean, here's the thing. If you're on the internet and you share your life with people and the way you behave, you are an influencer. It doesn't matter how many followers you have. You're influencing at least some people. So I'm going to be fair and say I'm a very small one. But regardless, I get emails and messages all the time about how my videos affect people. So I'm not going to be one of those people that's like, well, I'm on the internet, but I don't want to influence anybody. Bitch, if you're on the internet, you're influencing at least one person. Anyways, bitch, I'm going to get off on a whole ass other tangent. I've had a whole situation this week, and I shared a little bit of that experience on social media. I tweeted out, I tweeted out, and then I made a TikTok and an Instagram story, just asking your guys' opinion. Have you ever been in this type of situation? And lo and behold, literally everyone in the world has. I mean, this is just an obvious thing. Obviously, we have. But let me get into the conversation. So, basically, those people who dish out their opinions on shit in your life that are unwanted. You didn't go to them. You didn't reach out. You didn't ask for their opinion. Sure, you might have been venting and they may have heard what's going on in your life, but never once did you say, so what do you think I should do? What is your opinion on the matter? And they give you their opinion, but then they just continue from that point forward to just stick their Pinocchio ass nose in your business. That's what we're going to talk about tonight. We're going to talk about those kind of people because I really do think that my theory was logical because you know what? When you push a lot of buttons, when you tweet out something, typically 10 times out of 10, you were right in what you said. What you said, if it struck that many damn nerves with people, what you said had some logic behind it. And I've really found this out to be true. So, anyways, here is my personal opinion about those people. And remember, I'm talking about the people who, maybe once or twice might have vented around them, or you might have let them know of a couple of different situations that were going on in your life. And it was like from that point forward, they took that as an immediate invitation into them being able to give you their opinions. They call it advice because they think that somehow makes what they're doing okay. It doesn't. Spoiler alert. But from that point forward, they just continuously and continuously and continuously keep their nose in your business and give you these opinions and what they think is the right road for you to take. And I put air quotes around that because obviously it's none of their goddamn business. Dolly, we're going to have to take Banana Man away from her for right now. By the way, this is the fucking toy you guys hear all the time. This. I regret the day I ever went on Chewy.com and bought this goddamn thing. It is the most annoying toy, but as you can tell, like, it's been through it and she loves it. So, anyways. So, I have a theory about these people. Okay? I have a theory. And honestly, at this point, not only based off of the people that my theory pissed off, I'm now going to go in with the Fresh Food for Skin facial mask. It's a strengthening with honey. Not only because of the buttons that I pushed with the people who got pissed off about it, but because of the amount of people that could relate to it and was like, oh my God, this is so true, blah, blah, blah. So these people who do this, they're miserable in their own lives. You know that, right? Like, there's a reason why they are so consumed in your business that they literally, it's all they can do to try to not focus on their shit. Like they have so much going on in their life and so much chaos that they have to do whatever they can to distract themselves from what's going on in their life. And 9 times out of 10, the shit that's going on in their life is usually pretty heavy. So, when I really sit down and I think about it, which is really, once you get older, that's something that you tend to do as an adult, is you really tend to like sit back and think about the way that you react and think about the situation, like really think about it. And when I really sit back and I think about these people, I think, wow, they are really sad individuals. They have such a shitty, shitty life that they have nothing better to do than to comment on my life and to put their nose in my business. And, even sometimes they'll even begin to like spread information that you've shared with them. It will eventually cycle out into an even deeper situation than it began with. And that's when are no longer friends and like actual drama comes out of the situation. And it's all because this person is just very, very, very depressed. They've got a lot of things going on in their own life. And instead of working on their own life and trying to figure out their own situation, they get some type of like comfort and like some type of joy in trying to figure out your life and what's going on with you. Because 9 times out of 10, the situation that you have going on in your life is a lot less heavy than what they have going on in their life. And instead of when you share something with them, they come to you and they're like, hey, I've got this going on in my life. Why don't we sit and just chat? Instead of doing that, they then decide to tell you how to run your life. It's a lot like those people who are not in a successful relationship, but know all about love, or about those women who have never given birth to a child, but they are the first ones to tell you what you shouldn't do with your child or what you should do with your child. It's a lot like that. Matter of fact, I'm almost positive that those types of people are the same. They're the same people. They do the same things, and honestly, maybe one goes hand in hand. I can't say that for sure, but what I can say are these people are very, very, very sad in their life. And I think that it's important that we step back and we think, wow, they have to be so miserable in their own life for them to be so consumed in my goddamn business and for them to spend so much time out of their day worrying about what the fuck I'm doing. I think it's important that we know that it doesn't have anything to do with us and it's nothing that we did. It's genuinely just the type of person they are. And I also think that this is something that needs to be a little bit more normalized is you don't have to be friends with the same people forever. We all do grow and evolve eventually. And eventually, those people that you were super close with at one time, you might not be super close with in 5 years. And even though that is a sad fact, it also doesn't mean that you won't be friends with that person again in the future. You can grow and evolve, but it can't be a one sided growth and evolve. Both of you have to do that. Both of you have to grow and evolve. It can't be one sided. If one person grows in that 5 year time and you all come back together and try to be friends again, it's going to be the same situation, but it's going to be worse because one of you has grown and has, you know, their life is totally different now. They're not the same person that they weren't once were. Misery loves company, and people like that seem to be satisfied once they try to drag everyone down onto their level. This is true as well, okay? And also, I have a theory when it comes to this as well. I think, and this is just my own personal opinion, I don't think that it makes them happy necessarily to bring someone else down. I think it makes them feel better that they're not miserable alone. And that's where the misery loves company part comes in. Because It's almost like, and you know what kind of people these people are. Because when you're going on about something that's happening in your life, it's almost like they get a little bit of excitement the more you tell them of what all is going on in your life and how sad or angry, etc. you are. And you can see like the light in their eyes, like just start to like glisten. It's almost scary. I do think that there is a touch of like narcissism in that. And I do think that those people do have a form of hatred in their heart, not necessarily for you, but they do have some form of like hatred. I mean, they're going through something that's probably not the easiest or best situation. And instead of coming to their friend and being like, hey, this is what I'm going through, can we talk and can you be there for me? Instead, they try to pull you into their misery and point out things that you probably weren't even concerned with, but they paint a picture in a way that sometimes, if you're not paying attention to what they're doing, you might start to become concerned about what they're starting to point out. You might be like, huh, I never thought about it that way. There's a reason why you never thought about it that way, and that's because most of the time it isn't that way. I have a dolly hair in my mouth. The absolute worst. Yeah, it's because more than likely, it isn't that type of situation. They're painting it that way because they're trying to bring you down with them. And again, it's just sad people doing what they can to have other people brought down, even if they claim to be your friend. It doesn't matter. These types of people, by the way, this is the Fresh Rose Deep Hydration Facial Toner. I'm just going to start toning my skin now. And you can see that my rosacea already looks better. Also, I'm a little bit broken out because I just got off of my period, which is, I'm trying to dry those suckers out. And this toner is like the best to dry them out, by the way. But I am going to share with you guys a little bit of the situation that I've had going on this week, and we're going to talk about it. I'm going to go in with the Nimya cooling eye stick. It's like got an eye serum in it, and I love it. It has literally brought down the color of my under eye circles so much, and I'm so obsessed with it. It also works as a really, really good under eye primer for your makeup as well. I love it. And then I'm just going to leave it. This is what I've started doing here recently. And I'm going to take these little vegan collagen eye masks and I'm going to stick it right on top of that serum and kind of let them marinate with one another. So let's talk about the next thing that I wanted to talk about because honestly and truly, I think that people are making a bigger deal of this than it really is. And I was going to say I don't mean that in a mean way, but honestly, I guess I kind of do just because I don't think it is as serious as people are making it out to be. And this is the article that what's her name? I was just Addison Ray. Addison Ray. She was in an article, I believe, with Insider, which we all know how we feel about the Insider over here. But anyways, I digress with that. Anyway, she was in an article. Also, I'm going to go in with the Truly Star Kisser lip mask. She was in an article with them, and they were asking her what her thoughts were of Britney Spears and the documentary that had came out last year, and Britney talking about the media. And Addison said, I can kind of relate to her in the sense that I understand what it's like. Now, people got angry about this because they didn't read the article. Okay. Because number one, the insider, which, like I said, we're not the biggest fans over here, but they're really big on clickbait. Like they are known for their clickbait. And in the article, they literally say Addison Rae compares herself to Britney Spears. If you read the article, she did not say that, but yet there was like 78,000 TikToks made and a whole bunch of tweets and all this shit. And all she said was, is I can sympathize with her because they follow me around as well. And though I can't, completely relate to the madness that she went through, I can understand and I can sympathize with her to that. And people are like, "Oh, you've never been chased around by the paparazzi." There is literally a viral video everywhere of Addison being chased right after her and what's his name broke up. I can't remember his damn name. The one that's always hunching all over Tana Mojo now. Anyways, of her like walking down the street, they had just broken up, and her crying and them chasing her, trying to get answers as to why she's crying. That's the thing with the paparazzi, right? And let's just kind of go into a little bit of a tangent here about them. Their job is to get the dirt out of people. And their job has gotten a lot harder, I would say, since probably 2018. Their job's gotten a lot harder because the internet finds out about a lot of this drama before the paparazzi. So really the only thing the paparazzi is good for anymore is not really the dirt. It's more of just photographs of these people living their lives in those moments. So as soon as something comes out on the internet, paparazzi is doing whatever they can to locate these people. And as you know, Addison Rae has become, well, that's good. I was about to take it off anyway, has become very good friends with Kourtney Kardashian. And we all know that the Kardashians have been very much known for calling the paparazzi and letting them know where they are, especially when they're in an off moment and they're trying to get their names back out there into the community. Kris Jenner is allegedly, do not sue me, please, Kris Jenner. But allegedly, she is very well known for that whole thing. And apparently, they learned this from Paris Hilton. That's what I've heard. Um, is to like call the paparazzi and say, "Hey, I'm at such and such. Come and film me and take pictures." Um, so I don't know, but I would imagine that that added to the chaos because it seems like after Addison really started like posting on social media with Kourtney Kardashian, it seemed like, and if you go back and you watch since then, you will see that it seems like paparazzi got a lot worse for Addison Rae after that. Which, of course, now she's been in movies and Netflix shows and all this shit. Like, I would not consider Addison Rae a TikTok star. I would consider Addison Rae a star. And, if you don't agree with me, that's fine. But I think if you don't agree with me, I would maybe consider everything and take it into account, regardless of whether you like Addison Rae or not, which I guess if you hate Addison Rae, I guess that is going to throw your opinion a little bit off. But like I said, anyways, no, not once in the article did she say that she, feels like she can relate to Britney Spears. But I feel like even if she did say that, like they asked her. So even if she did say, I can relate to her in that sense or whatever, it's not really wrong because the paparazzi follows her around everywhere. If you go onto Google and you search where was Addison Rae today, I guarantee there's going to be a flood of photos of where Addison Rae was today. And that's just a fact. It's the same with any other influencer that is active on social media and has a high following. Even some of them who don't have a high following are followed around. And that's just the way the paparazzi works now. It's no longer, I mean, sure, there are bigger celebrities that they follow around. But if you pay close attention, it's mostly people who do something on some type of social media platform, whether that be TikTok or YouTube or OF or whatever. They follow them the fuck around. And I think that anyone who is in the public eye at all can relate to Britney Spears in some degree. Do I think that they can relate to the fucking travesty that happened when her mental illness was literally made a mockery of? And the media, I feel like, number one, I feel like the media has always kind of had it out for Britney Spears. I don't think that the media has ever had her best interest in heart at heart. I mean, had what happened to her in the early 2000s when she was having her breakdown, had that happened today, that would have been a fucking problem. That would have been a big fucking problem and people would have been talking about it. But because of the time that it happened, people forget that. People forget that she literally was made to look crazy because she was having a breakdown. And that is disgusting. And that is something that really should be pointed out. But if you really think about it, how often is the media pointed a finger pointed out and saying, look, you need to take accountability? Never, never. Because the media controls everything. They call the shots at the end of the day. They're the ones who decide what gets published and what doesn't. So if they want to publish, that Tana Mojo's coming out with a wine instead of bringing accountability to all this other shit, like them following around, for example, Nikita Dragon having her pussy stunt birthday party during the middle of a national pandemic, having all these fucking people over saying they were COVID tested, but still yet there's hundreds of people at this birthday party. Instead of bringing more negative attention to that, instead it's, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, what the fuck? This shit is just so fucking bass backwards. I can't. I can't. And it's always been that way. It's always been that way. And you know what I also find very sad about all of this with Britney as well is that no one has ever issued her a formal apology. Never has any of these media people have they ever issued her a formal apology and been like, you know what we did back then was really, really fucked and we shouldn't have done that and I'm sorry. Never have they ever. And I'm just like, why? Why has no one held them accountable? Why? We can hold everybody else accountable because they used a fucking straw in their YouTube video. But we can't hold someone accountable who made a woman who was literally going through a divorce and having her children taken and having a complete breakdown, because who the fuck wouldn't when you were going through all of that? Having her breakdown made a mockery of and being strung all over the tabloids and the media causing this huge circus. She's never been issued a formal apology. No one's held them accountable. That's just hard for me to wrap my head around and to understand. So I like to stir shit and create bullshit and drama and then are on standby waiting for a response and then calling people crazy when they're the ones who stirred the shit to begin with. They've never apologized or even stopped to think how they'd react if the shoe were on the other foot. No, because if you've watched the documentary, then you know that they were making like $2 million for a photo or more. There was even one guy who made like close to $10 million for the photo of Britney Spears in that car with her head shaved. $10 million for one click of a photo. One click of a photo. Like, if you go and you look up, like, these moments that have happened where celebrities have been caught doing things like this, like, for example, the photo of Britney Spears while she is in the barbershop getting her head shaved, that was worth millions of, like, these people made millions and millions of dollars. If you watched Paris Hilton's documentary, This Is Paris, there are parts in there where her manager shares how much the paparazzi were getting paid back in the day when her sex tape came out. Like, it's life or death. It's like a war zone. These people are like willing to risk their lives, other paparazzi people's lives, just regular pedestrians who were just trying to fucking walk to work around this fucking circus of celebrities who were on their phones fucking shopping and shit. Like real life shit happens around this circus. And when $1 million or more is at the hands of a photo, can you imagine what that looks like? When you have 100 men out here trying to click photos. Well, I guess it wasn't all men, but everyone in all these documentaries, it's all been men. And they're all jumping on cars and hopping over things and knocking people out of the way. There was one clip where they were trying to get a photo of Britney Spears, and I believe it was one of her choreographers or something walking down the street, and it was along the time where she was losing her children and all this shit, and Kevin Federline was being a fucking dick wad, and she's walking down the street, and this photographer, to get the right angle of the photo, like he's walking in front of her, so he wanted to get a photo of her head on. He knocks this old lady over who is walking with a goddamn walker. All for this photo, but that photo paid $800,000. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, when you're willing to pay these motherfuckers this kind of money, of course they're going to be fucking like Katie bar the door, motherfucker. Like, they're going to be knocking people all over the place. And that's just crazy to me. And I do think that, listen, I do think that social media can be a very amazing place. I do. I do think that it can do a lot of good for the world. However, I do think that social media has also caused a lot of chaos in the world. And I do think that it's going to continue to do so. And the reason why it's going to continue to do so is because people's going to let it, because people love drama. And anytime that there's any type of drama on the internet, you will see your views spike up because people are back on YouTube. This is a known YouTube thing in the algorithm. Just pay close attention the next time a scandal happens. And pay attention to some of your favorite YouTubers and see how often they've been posting. Has it been very rare for them? Do they maybe post maybe once a month or once every other month? Or has it been about 6 months since they posted? But the second a scandal hits, they're uploading videos weekly, sometimes a couple of weeks. Because the algorithm is insane when a scandal happens because everybody wants to know what is the tea, what's going to happen next, what's going on, da 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 da. That's how it happens. That's how it happens. I mean, for example, I can't remember her freaking name. I don't watch her, but I watched her video when she made one against Jeffree Star. Um, and this was during like the Tati, um, James Charles beef, I believe. But she's a tea channel, and she posted a sit down video like spilling some tea on Jeffree Star, and she admits that Jeffree Star was like allegedly, I'll say, paying her behind the table um, for dirt. And she admits that she did that or whatever. But when that video came out, like everybody, it was like the first person would post, and then the second person would maybe have one extra detail and post, and then the next person, and the next person, and the next person. It's like madness ensues, like for real madness. And that's why when some of this drama happens, I don't even comment on it. And some of you guys are like, yo, like we would really like to know your thoughts on this. But if it's like a huge circus, I do not believe in cancel culture. I do believe in holding people accountable. I do. Don't get me wrong. I do. But also, you have to imagine where these people heads are at when they have, even if they're a smaller YouTuber, when they're involved in hate online, you have to imagine what it must be like. And I'm not talking about people who do like hurt other people. I'm not talking about that because I could give a fuck. But I'm talking about like these people who just get into a scandal. Like, for example, let's talk about Jaclyn Hill when her lipstick collection came out. Did she handle that poorly? 1,000%. But you also have to imagine what that would be like to have every single person on the internet. I did not see one single post when all that shit happened of anyone who had her back. Anyone. You just have to think like, where would that put you mentally? If that many people, like it is so immense that it's the entire goddamn internet, and you feel like the whole world is on top of you. Plus, then when she tries to kind of come back, people are calling her a fat ass because she has a double chin. Like, I would literally tell people to suck my pussy meat. And I know that sounds whatever, but that's just the way that it is over here. We keep it a buck all the fucking time. I would literally get right back at these people. There is no goddamn way that you are going to talk to me that way. Did she make a mistake? Yes. Did her apology suck? Yes. Should have she responded quicker? Yes. But also the hate was happening immediately. Immediately. And it's like when you have everyone in the fucking world, it feels like, against you, calling you a scammer and a piece of shit, like you've got to imagine what that might do to someone mentally. And if it were you and the shoes were on the other foot, would you maybe disappear for a little while or would you immediately respond? You have to think about those fucking things. But people don't. People don't think about that. They're like, oh no, you need to come on the internet right now and explain yourself immediately. And, I can imagine if that were me, I would probably be balled up in hysterics crying all over my house when that happened. And you know what? I'm probably 1,000% sure that that's exactly what Jaclyn Hill was doing when she started to watch videos from influencers posting, magnifying pictures of the inside of the outside of her lipstick with fucking hairs and shit in it. Was that fucking terrifying and fucking terrible? And was that whole situation a fucking shit show and a wreck? 1,000%. But I do think we need to have a little mercy for these people when these types of situations are going on. And I also think these larger influencers, if they're going to post a video like that and they're going to go in depth, I do think that they need to, not on the screen, not no fucking writing on the screen. You need to verbally say out of your mouth, before I even start this video, please do not send any hate to the person that I'm going to be discussing in this video. Because you have to understand when you are discussing a topic that includes someone who is hated by essentially the entire internet, you cannot send then your following to go hate on them more because now you've made a video and now your following thinks that you hate them. So now your following is going to go and attack them even more. Like you can't do that. You can't. Like we just need to learn how to be better fucking people and to learn that yes, mistakes are going to be fucking made. Some mistakes, like fucking lipsticks, okay. Okay, that's one thing. When it's fucking hurting somebody, fuck them. Fuck them. I'm done. Literally am black and white when it comes to certain shit and fucking pedophilia and shit. I don't fucking play with that. If like I'm done. Like the bridge is burned, my hands are washed. There is no forgiving. Which that's a whole other fucking tangent that we talked a little bit about last night. Yeah, I mean, it's just like, what the fuck, Like, you can't be fucking sending your fucking following to go hate someone who is fucking being fucking terrorized by millions and millions and millions of fucking people. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, listen, we talked about this last night, so I'm not going to go too deep. I'm not. I'm not going to go too deep about James Charles. I'm not, because we did this last night. But what I will say, I agree most of the drama channels are all about views and fuck what someone is going through or how they feel. And they act like it's the end of the world when it's simply lipstick. Yeah. That whole situation, was it handled incorrectly? Yes. Was the hate that she got over it ridiculous? 1,000 fucking percent. Okay. How out of your mind you have to be to send someone unalive threats over a goddamn tube of lipstick. Bitch, if I was that sick over a fucking goddamn tube of motherfucking lipstick, fucking kill me now. Like, people need to get their fucking shit together. Like, we really need to work on who we are. Like, this shit is really concerning. And the more that we continue to let this shit get us like this and get us all worked up like this and fucking treat people like this, like, we will not work as a community. We won't. And that is the reason, literally, that is the number one reason why YouTube isn't what it used to be. And I honestly, and this is going to sound, whatever, but I, honest to God, do not feel like YouTube will ever be what it once was because people cannot get their shit together. And that's just the way that it is. We can't just have a good time. We can't understand what a joke is. We can't understand when someone really needs to take accountability against when, okay, they made a mistake, they apologize. Let's move the fuck on. Let's quit being little bitches about it and fucking bringing it up every goddamn day and uploading 10,000 fucking videos and sending all of our fans to go with torches. Like, we need to get our priorities straight. And we need to know what is an act, what is drama and a scandal, and what the fuck is an actual fucking serious offense. This shit right here, where the fuck did it even go? This right here is not a serious fucking offense. It's not. To get together and do that crime episode or look at pop culture with a psychological lens, and you're right, YouTube will never be the same. It won't. Because we care more about this. We send someone hate about this, bitch. About fucking this. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? We send someone an immense amount of hate over a goddamn lipstick, bitch. But then when someone, proof allegedly just to save my own fucking ass, but proof is coming out that someone is a fucking pedophile and fucking doing all this weird shit. And we're fucking still, he's still got 20 fucking something million subscribers, 40 million fucking followers on TikTok, millions of followers on Instagram and Twitter, and God only knows on fucking Snapchat. Are you kidding me? Like, this is where society is so fucked. And did I just break one of my most favorite lipsticks? Yes, I did. I didn't mean to grab that one, but that's okay. That just goes to show the fucking point. It's fucking lipstick. How many shades of fucking nude, this type of nude, do I have? Bitch, fucking millions. I should have broke this fucking piece of shit right here. Anyways, that was just to prove a fucking point. I can be very dramatic. I'm all about the dramatics, and that's okay. It was to prove a point, and I hope I did because, bitch, this shit is crazy. Why is this not working anymore? I'm concerned. Ooh. Bitch, get it together. I guess I need to pour some more. I'm going to pour some more hyaluronic acid serum in there. You want to know why he's so protected? Allegedly, hypothetically. Um, he makes YouTube millions of dollars. Those ads that play over his fucking videos, they pay YouTube to go over million viewed videos. They have to have a certain amount of YouTubers to put these ads over. Well, when you only put the same fucking YouTubers in the algorithm, those YouTubers are promised those ads. No one else gets put in the algorithm. I know that for a fact. Because when people finally find my videos, it's always, why haven't you blown up yet? Why don't you have, more subscribers? Well, good fucking question. It's like that anytime someone finds me in the algorithm. Because I say, fuck, get out of here. And people are all up in arms over fucking lipstick, and they don't say a word about people killing their kids, and there's no energy put towards that, but they send death threats over lipstick. I know. I know. I think that goes a lot deeper. In my personal opinion, all of this is alleged. Don't fucking sue me, and don't hide me in the algorithm, YouTube. Goddamn. I think that it all has to do with who you know. Who you know. Um, Monetary break to go off camera and take a hit. Okay. And YouTube, for all you know, I just hit my inhaler. So don't even try to fucking pull that shit. It's nuts. And one I know, he makes so much, but at what point do you say this is a bad look for our platform? They fucking won't. Same with Eugenia fucking Cooney, and you guys fucking know I hate talking about this fucking bitch. Because I do, honest to God, think that everything she does is for fucking attention. I think everything she does is planned out. She knows exactly what the fuck she's doing. Let's just go look up on her because you guys asked me about her last night. And honestly, I haven't even looked. 2.14 million subscribers. So her subscribers have went down. Literally 7 days ago, Valentine's Day outfits, trigger warning for ED and all that shit. If that is triggering for you, please get the fuck out of this live because I'm about to show fucking thumbnails and it would literally fucking break my goddamn heart. But oh my God. Oh fucking God, dude. This one has 444,000 views. Holiday outfits 2021. Bitch, I cannot even. Look at that goddamn thumbnail. Are you fucking kidding me, bitch? You know what the fuck you're doing. Nobody cares. Shut the fuck up. Literally the most liked comment with 26,000 likes. This video has 444,000 views with 7,000 likes. And you know YouTube took away the dislike button. This has 26,000 likes and it says the fact that she's still alive is a medical miracle. And that baby is point blank the fucking gospel. Just doing my annual check on this channel. See you guys at the end of 2022. Stay safe, everyone. That one has 5,000 likes. I miss how you looked after treatment. You looked and sounded so healthy and intelligent. That girl is in there somewhere. This is so fucking sad. Perfect example of can't help someone who doesn't want to be helped. Doing the 3-month check-in to see if you're still alive. I remember watching her videos when I was extremely ANOREXIC. This is fucking, you know what, guys? This is fucking just on purpose. Okay? Allegedly, what the fuck ever, because I'm not trying to be sued, but I think that she does all this shit on purpose. I do. She verified Jacqueline Glenn for getting her. I know. That pissed me off so bad because literally Jacqueline Glenn was begged for years to do something. Oh, you're not doing nothing. You can't be a friend when they were trying to do something behind the scenes. And then when that finally come to fruition, everybody is like, oh, you're a piece of shit because you had your friend 5150. Bitch, you can't listen. Listen to me and listen to me good. You cannot make the decision to 5150 anybody in the United States, bitch. Okay? In some states, people can't even be 5150, like in my fucking state. They're in California. Well, where Jacqueline Glenn now lives in my state because she knows where the fucking shit's at, you know? I'm just kidding. Anyways, it doesn't work that way in California. Someone has to, like a medical professional, has to 5150 you. So Jacqueline Glenn, her husband now, boyfriend then, and some other friends got together and got a medical professional to meet them at Jacqueline's house. Okay. And there's this creepy ass driver involved and all the shit. Anyways, they have the medical professional talk to Eugenia, and within fucking minutes, bitch, they may come to the conclusion that she needed to be 5150. Jacqueline Glenn didn't 5150 anybody. She's not a fucking medical professional. Like, get the fuck. People are just fucking, oh my God, man. This is why shit is the way that it is in the world. Because people are so delusional. Like, in what world? What world? And then this is where my issue with Shane Dawson came into play, was really after the Eugenia Cooney shit, because there's no way that he didn't know about Jacqueline Glenn and that fucking therapist, okay? I really have issues with that therapist from that documentary because Jacqueline showed proof in her video that she reached out to that therapist to ask what she needed to do. And that fucking therapist is the one who told her to get a medical professional and get Eugenia over there. And then that bitch is in fucking Shane Dawson's documentary. It makes me so fucking mad. And she's like, and then Shane's like, well, what do you think about the friends or whatever? And she was like, well, I feel like I've been betrayed. Blah, blah, blah. How do you feel like you've been fucking betrayed? Your fucking life was saved. You came back to the internet looking better than fucking ever. It's because your mom is fucking sick as fuck and needs to be fucking jailed. She needs to be fucking jailed. Okay? Because that shit is sick as fuck. And I don't fucking care. But the fact that Shane did not interview Jacqueline or reach out and try to talk to Jacqueline is there was a motive behind the documentary. Do we know if it was Shane? No. No, we do not. We don't know how long Shane was in communication with, and I don't think that it was directly with Eugenia Cooney at first. I do think it was with her people. I do think that it was all fixed. I don't think that Shane necessarily knew all of the details. At least I hope not, anyways. We don't know that. So we can't really say whether or not Shane was totally, totally had all the information. We don't know that. But do I think at least he does now, anyways, and he's never, ever tried to reach out to Jacqueline to get the real side of the story, ever. And the fact that I just can't really come to 100% terms that he didn't know the story, mainly because he had that fucking therapist in the fucking video. So, how did you not know? Unless the therapist really just didn't even mention that shit. Because don't you find it funny? Don't you find it really fucking funny? After that, where is that therapist? Has she been in any more of Shane's fucking documentaries? No. Not after. Ooh, sorry, baby. After Jacqueline released her video, that therapist hasn't been back in, but nobody mentions that. I do think that Shane has a lot of fucking issues. I do. I do. But at the same time, I do think that we need to be adults and we need to look at the whole picture. Okay. We need to look at the whole picture. And I don't think nobody realized that after Jacqueline came out with her video, that therapist was never back in another one of Shane's documentaries when he very, very well could be. Could have been. All right, y'all, we have been live for almost an hour. So we are going to use this part of the video right now. If you would like to donate to the channel, I would greatly appreciate it. I'm still trying to finish this setup right here. We're so close to being monetized as well, you guys. We're like 90 subscribers away. So if you come across this live and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. If you would like to donate to the channel, I would greatly appreciate it. Those of you who private message with me, you know what's going on right now. And I'm not going to get into it here, but if you private message me, you know what's going on. There's a lot going on behind the scenes here, and I just am not ready to get into it on the internet. I will eventually tell you guys what we've just been through, but I'm just not ready to right now. But if you would like to donate to the channel, I would really, really appreciate it. And down in the description box is my Cash App and also my PayPal. I would really, really, really appreciate it. But please let me know your info when you send it. Let me know what your username is because I'm sending goodie bags to everyone who donates to the channel when I hit 1,000, which we're only 90 people away from. So possibly by this time next week, we will be monetized on this channel. At least I hope so. I do just want to check before we close out the live to make sure nobody has donated to the channel yet. Just because I like to shout you guys out, and I just want to make sure that you all that I don't close out this video when someone has donated. But again, I did tell you all last night I will share what has happened, but I need a little bit of time. It's been really hard and for me mentally, and I'm just not in the place right now. But And I would appreciate for those of you guys that I have private message and you guys have checked on me. I would appreciate it if you guys wouldn't share it right yet. I'm not ready to right yet. But again, if you would like to, it's down in the description box to donate to the channel. I would appreciate it. Katie Morton, that's right. That's her fucking name. Anyways, also down in the description box is links to my social media, mainly TikTok. I'm trying to get to 1,000 followers on TikTok so I can start going live with you guys over there. For those of you guys who do not know, I go live 7 days a week, if not here on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and I'm hoping eventually we can incorporate TikTok in that. We're not very far off from me being able to go live, so be sure that you go and follow me over on TikTok. But let's check and see if we have any donations from the Morgan Shay Gang tonight. Again, if you do donate, I really appreciate it. And I promise that I will give you guys details on why I need it. I need it more than just the channel right now, but I will explain all of that in a future video. It will be a dedicated main channel video. It will not be a live. It will be a video that will be up on my channel. It's just right now I'm just not ready. It's kind of dark and I'm just not ready to talk about it yet, but I will eventually share it with you guys. All right, let's check Cash App first and see if we have any donators. It doesn't look like yet, but be sure if you're watching this after the video has already went live, be sure that you do check the description box for thank yous to anyone who donated after the live was already over. Again, let me know what your username is on YouTube if you do donate so I can say thank you. And PayPal. It's going to make me sign in. Hold, please. It's making me sign in. Well, why it's doing that is weird because I have Face ID. Yeah, Krista, I agree with that. The whole fix thing, but also I don't know if he really knew all the details. I'm working on some research and have to get back. Sending love and hope you are healing and things are going up. Thank you, babe. All right, guys. It doesn't look like anything as of right now. But again, if you watch this live after it's already been posted up on my channel, be sure to check the description box to see any shout outs from anyone who donated to the channel. It is greatly appreciated, especially right now. Anyways, guys, I love you all so much, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Again, remember that live starts at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on YouTube. And tomorrow night, you guys will be able to vote for next week's story time. So be sure that you tune in for that because I have a couple of really juicy ones for you guys to pick from. I love you guys and have a fantastic night. Bye, guys.